All right, Shalom. Let me get straight into this lesson. But the spirit jumped on me to go into this concept, right? So, in the truth, if you knew, you just waking up, you've been in the truth maybe a few months, maybe 6 months, maybe a year, right? You just got to keep grinding away at it. And you have to have a quick understanding, right? Because we're some physically go through some terrible times and we don't have all day to, hold your hand and make sure you get it. You get the bullshit around for a whole month on a breakdown, right? So we'll break it down to you. It'll take you a whole month or 2 months to understand it. They don't make it. That's not gonna work, right? So brothers and sisters that's been in this truth have a skill set, like you have a skill set in the world of having a quick understanding. So if you don't understand something, you better research the hell out of it and find out and get to the bottom of it pretty quick, right? And they're showing that you're putting that effort in, right? Because we know that time is short. That's why I'm emphasizing this, right? So because you jakes that scoff and you women and you men that scoff, what I mean when I say scoff, you have something to say, right, without understanding what's really going on here, right? That means you disagree, right? And why you disagreeing? Because you really don't know the truth and you think you know the truth. A lot of you people are just entry level, right? You entry level. You don't know what's going on, right? All the way. Right, so let me get into this concept. So let's go ahead. You have to have the quick understanding. So once we do a lesson, what you need to be doing after I post a lesson, you need to be taking notes and you need to be going to go do your own homework. That's what you need to do, right? So nobody have to tell you to do that. It says the phrase, unless you already have an understanding. So a lot of times, like my blood brother, we had went over breakdowns when we first woke up or whatever, we was going through these breakdowns, breaking scriptures down, breaking them down, going through the history, going through words, you name it. Very intense. So you have somebody like my brother that got a good understanding. So when he watched the lessons, he watching it for just to get fed spiritually, right? And to learn as well. But overall, he has a foundation, right? I'm just using my brother as an example. All right here at the top, it says the phrase quick to understand. It's correct and usable in written English. It says you can use this phrase to describe a person or a thing that is able to understand information quickly, right? So this is something that you have to master. And if you don't have this ability, just pray for it, you know what I'm saying? And just stay chipping at the tree, so to speak, right? So you have to have a quick understanding and able to understand information pretty quickly, right? So that's what this truth kind of builds you up intelligence wise, right? Right. So it builds up your intelligence. That's a part of being in the truth as well. You start to get things a lot more clear and faster, right? So let's go here. It says Psalms 111 and 10. It says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And see, a lot of you don't fear the Most High. You just don't, right? Because you wouldn't say certain things, right? Because we are channeling the Most High word through us. So when you got a problem with us, you really got a problem with the Most High. And that's what you people really don't understand. And that's a scary thing to really like if you really understood that, you'd be scared, right? Read this again. It says the fear of the Lord. Why you fear the Lord? Because he controls your destiny. He controls every second, every moment that you are alive. And he controls how you die and if you die and when you die and how you die. Think about that for a minute. So you have had scoffers that came up against us that we never heard, like you will see somebody get, in a car wreck. Like I had did a video a while back that, a guy had got in the car wreck. He was racing or whatever Jake was doing. Jake always into some kind of folly. Um, like a fucking 12-year-old kid. I'm Salakia, like a 6-year-old kid. All right. So in that video, you can go through my lessons and find it. The guy was on fire and he was screaming. It was horrific to see. right? He was screaming and he got burned alive. So those judgments like that, it's way more into it than what you see. You don't know if this dude was a scoffer. We don't know if he tried to, brothers try to make threats at us, all kind of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't know, but usually these judgments are very peculiar because these people are wicked and they probably scoffed up against one of the brothers, right? And I'm not saying that happens in every case, but the Most High don't play. He protect his men, right? Even you brothers might not think that he protecting you, he is, man. And just because something might happen to us don't mean that the Lord not with us, because we're gonna have calamities on this side, right? We're gonna have bad things that happen to us. But a lot of times it's just a test, like he tested Job, right? So we're gonna catch hardships and catch hell, so the Most High can see if we cut out to make the cut. Like when you go into the Edomites military, they put you through a hazing process, right? They put you through a tryout process, like in the Marines, right? And if most people don't make it out of there, like especially like the more special forces, like the Navy SEALs, it's only a select few make it out of there, right? That's what the Most High is doing, weeding the people out that he don't want. And how he do that? He puts you through hell in some cases. He'll give you some relief, but this is a testing period. It says a good understanding have all day to do his commandments. I thought the law was done away with according to the Christian church, right? It says a good understanding. So that's what it's all about, having a swift, quick, good understanding, right? Of these scriptures and history. And you got to understand a little bit of everything. Got to be the master of all trades, so to speak, right? You got to put that work in, right? Like Jake get all into the world, putting that work in, like Jake could get behind, like a Kobe Bryant or whatever. He was in that gym. He was shooting them shots, right? He was working when everybody else was asleep, so to speak. Same thing over here. Nothing no different. You reap what you sow. It says his praise endure forever. So Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is far out than we can imagine, right? Even in our low state that we're in, right? We still got favor among us, and we still know the King of all kings. All right. The King of all kings, the Lord of all lords, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Imagine that. Right? I know sometimes, brothers, this flesh will weigh you down, all these cares of the world, paying bills. These bills never stop, and they go to show you that we subject to payments. That mean that just to let us know that we're in captivity. Because I was looking at this video, it was heavy. The guy was living off the land, and that was essentially the plan. That's how you really live. You live off the land, right? So whatever land you have, you grow your own food. Usually you have a water source, right? You hunt your animals, right? And you build your own land up, right? And that's how you have something called like a estate, right? That's a big plot of land that can sustain itself, right? So paying bills and renting and doing all this crazy shit, this is bugged out. That's how you know we still in captivity. For you jakes that say we free. Mark 4:19, and the cares of this world, right? So many things that brothers worry about. You need to stop worrying so much. The Most High got us. He got us to this point, right? Why would he forsake us now? Why would he let us down now? And they're going to show you that if you really have faith, you'll really understand this. Even when times are hard, even when shit is hitting the fan, even when you don't see no way out, right? It's always going to be a way out. All right. It says in the deceitfulness of riches, right? So Jake trying to get rich, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's nothing wrong with, getting comfortable if you can, because every brother not going to be struggling financially, right? Different strokes for different folks. The Most High is chastising us in different ways. You got some brothers that's pretty well to do, right? So just because you're comfortable, what the scripture say, give me not riches and give me not poverty, right? And it is a sweet spot, right? So there's nothing wrong, right? But with being comfortable, most of us brothers not gonna be comfortable, right? Because it's the lingering effect of the curses. The curse is still on us, right? And this is not our kingdom. But you're gonna have some brothers doing better than others. It's just what it is. But don't let that consume you. Don't let that be your driving force in this world. Yeah, you're gonna try to, if you can flip some stocks or whatever you can do, you know what I'm saying, do it. But don't let that be, that's all you see. It says, in the lust of other things enter in. So there's many other lusts in this flesh as well, right? It says choke the word. So it's like it's been a hindrance, right? It's preventing you from getting the word, from getting the understanding, from making progress. It says, and become it unfruitful. So you don't want to be this, like, truth is hanging around, right? Now you want to be here obtaining knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, right? You want to be here growing, seeing yourself grow. And why you put this investment into your spiritual life? Because it's going to manifest in your physical life. You're going to be able to overcome things. You're going to be able to see past America. You're going to be able to see past your affliction. And sometimes, like now when I get afflicted, I know it's not going to last forever. I can see ahead of my affliction. And you know what I'm saying? You can say, okay, I get through this or whatever. You become more resilient to it because you've been tried and tested, being through these ups and downs, these trials and tribulations. That's what adversity makes you stronger, right? But it's no one likes it though. It's hell at first, right? But at the end of the day, we got the truth and the world don't, so we win. If you finish the race. So have that enthusiasm. You know what I'm saying? Because you finding out about things that you never thought you knew. I mean, you never thought, you never knew of, Salakia, right? So some of this stuff is high level information that you're getting, right? And everything that you've been taught in this world is a lie. And you find when you want to know the truth, now you're getting the truth, right? You thought life was about going to college, getting a job, fatten up your 401k, buy a house that you can't afford. Who up, 30-year mortgage? That's demonic, right? But now it's about getting this truth because we know this kingdom, this life is temporary. We're in flesh right now. We're not in mortality. We're not in immortal right now. It says enthusiasm. It says intense and eager enjoyment. So it was a time when I was waking up that I couldn't wait to study. I couldn't wait to get into the my domain, my zone where I could, further my knowledge and my education, right? Because that's what people do in the world. If somebody want to go be just say a brain surgeon, they're gonna put their time in, they're gonna put the work in, they're gonna study, they're gonna have some sleepless nights, right? Because they really want to accomplish their goals. Same thing in the truth, no different. And it's even more important here because this benefits you in so many different ways. A lot of brothers eat better. A lot of brothers are educated about what to eat and what not to eat. A lot of brothers were dealing with illness, mental demons, all kind of stuff. You've been able to, you know, correct those issues and, make your life in Babylon a little bit more better. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully this lesson was edifying. Called Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah Bahashim Rachat Kodash. Shalom.